Before we talk about retirement, let's talk about something no one prepares you for. The moment when the world stops asking. No meetings, no deadlines, no, can you handle this? No, we need you right now. At first, that sounds like freedom. But freedom without direction can feel like floating without an anchor. Retirement doesn't arrive with instructions. It doesn't tell you who you are now. It doesn't tell you how to introduce yourself anymore. And that's why words matter. Because in this season of life, words don't bounce off. They sink in. Today, we're talking about 9 things you should never tell people in retirement. Not because they're fragile, but because they are navigating something invisible. A quiet shift in identity, a silent recalibration of worth. And whether you realize it or not, you are shaping that experience with every sentence you choose. Stay with me. This is not just about retirement. It's about dignity.
Number 1. Must be nice to do nothing all day. Let's sit here longer than is comfortable. Because this sentence is rarely meant to hurt, but it does. Because nothing erases effort. It erases the invisible work of emotional adjustment. Retirement is not inactivity. It's unlearning. Unlearning the need to justify your time. Unlearning the habit of rushing. Unlearning the belief that rest must be earned daily. Many retirees wake up early out of habit, not because they need to, but because their bodies don't know how to stop yet. They sit with coffee longer. They think more deeply. They remember things they never had time to process. That is not nothing. That is recovery. That is reflection. That is humanity reclaiming itself. Extended reflection. If productivity disappeared tomorrow, would you know how to measure your worth? Most people don't. And retirees face that question head on.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button because here we learn real-life lessons no one teaches in school. We grow together and we build confidence, clarity, and a stronger future. Stay with this community. Your journey doesn't have to be alone.
Number 2. So, are you bored yet? Boredom deserves respect because boredom is not laziness. It is withdrawal. Withdrawal from decades of stimulation, from constant urgency, from being needed on demand. Retirees often feel bored because their nervous system is adjusting. Silence can feel uncomfortable before it feels peaceful. And boredom often arrives right before creativity, right before curiosity, right before the question, what do I want now that no one is telling me? So when someone asks, are you bored yet? It can feel like pressure to hurry the transformation. But transformation cannot be rushed. Number 3. At least you don't have stress anymore. Let's talk about stress honestly, because retirement introduces a different kind of fear. Not loud, not dramatic, quiet. The fear of becoming irrelevant, the fear of declining health, the fear of being alone too often. Retirement stress doesn't come with office gossip or deadlines. It comes with long afternoons and unanswered phones. It comes with noticing how fast time feels now. When someone dismisses that stress, retirees learn something important. My inner life is not welcome here. So they stop sharing.
Number 4. You're so lucky you got out early. Luck implies celebration. But many early retirements feel like grief in disguise. Grief for momentum lost. Grief for unfinished purpose. Grief for a body that couldn't keep up with ambition. Some retirees didn't dream of stopping. They dreamed of slowing down. And being forced to stop can feel like a betrayal by the body, by the system, by time itself. Calling it luck can feel like salt in that wound. Let me tell you about Harold. Harold was an engineer. 47 years. Every solution precise. Every problem solvable. Then his memory started slipping. Small things at first. Names, numbers, details. He retired earlier than planned. People told him how lucky he was. At home, Harold felt something unfamiliar.
uncertainty. His days were quieter, his confidence less certain. He didn't miss the job, he missed the clarity. No one asked him what it felt like to leave before he was ready. They only congratulated him.
Number 5. So what do you even do now? This question assumes life must still prove itself, but retirement is when proof no longer matters. Retirees are no longer collecting accomplishments. They are collecting moments. Moments of presence, moments of connection, moments of peace. Their days may look smaller from the outside, but inside they are often richer than ever. Meaning doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it whispers.
Number 6. You should be grateful. This sentence closes conversations because it corrects emotion instead of understanding it. Gratitude and grief coexist. Relief and sadness share space. Retirement is a loss of structure, even when it's a gain in freedom. And loss deserves acknowledgement, not dismissal. Gratitude grows best when people feel heard.
Number 7. Aren't you too old for that? This sentence draws lines where none exist. Retirement often brings courage, because when time feels more precious, fear feels less powerful. People start asking, why not now? Why not try? Why not say yes? Age doesn't make people foolish, it makes them selective, and that deserves respect.
Number 8. You've already had your time. This sentence suggests life has a peak and then a decline. But life doesn't work that way. Each stage carries something unique. Retirees hold perspective younger generations haven't lived long enough to earn. They know what lasts. They know what fades. Their time didn't end. It deepened.
Number 9. Don't you miss being important? Importance is not noise. Importance is influence. And many retirees have influenced more lives than they'll ever know. They've shaped cultures, raised families, built foundations. Their importance didn't disappear. It simply stopped demanding attention. And quiet importance is often the strongest kind. If you're retired, some days you may feel centered. Other days you may feel untethered. That doesn't mean something is wrong. It means you're human. You're learning how to live without constant validation. That takes bravery. And if you're still working, notice how often you tie your worth to busyness, because retirement will ask you to untangle that. Slowly, honestly. And if you love someone in retirement, be patient. Ask questions that don't demand performance. How are your days feeling lately? What have you been thinking about? Those questions say, you still matter.
Retirement is not the end of life's relevance. It is the beginning of life without disguise. No deadlines to hide behind, no titles to lean on, no applause to chase. Just presence, truth, perspective. If you're retired, you are not behind. You are not finished. You are becoming something quieter and deeper. And if you're not retired yet, prepare emotionally, because the most important retirement plan isn't financial. It's internal, knowing who you are when no one is watching. If this message resonated with you, share it, because respect doesn't retire, purpose doesn't expire, and a life well lived doesn't end when the workday does. It finally gets quiet enough to be heard.